everyone, welcome back to my channel, Cooking with TK. Today you guys, I'm going to show you guys how I made this delicious homemade hamburger helper recipe from scratch, from start to finish. If you guys would like to know how to make your own delicious homemade hamburger recipe with cooking with TK style, go ahead and let's get into this video so that you too can make your family some delicious homemade hamburger helper as I have made here for my family. Let's go get into the video. Okay you guys, so what I have is some beef bouillon powder by Goya. The beef bouillon powder is going to help give it some good flavor. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 packs of those. I'm going to use some Slap Your Mama seasoning, some Cajun seasoning, whatever type of Cajun seasoning you got, some black pepper, just a dab of butter. I got whipping cream. You can use this or milk. This is heavy whipped cream. Just going to use a little bit of it. I'm going to add me some sour cream. I'm going to use about 1/2 of an onion. And I got me some smoked Gouda with bacon. I bought this at Publix. You can probably find it at Walmart. I do know they have smoked Gouda at Walmart. And I got that creamy melt triple cheddar because it melts real easy and it's good for cooking. And also I got me some elbow macaroni noodles. That was $1. And these are the ingredients that I am going to use to make my homemade hamburger helper. So let's go ahead and let's get started with the first step. Okay, so I'm going to boil my noodles. I'm not going to use this whole box, okay? I'm going to use probably half of this box. And I'm going to boil these for about 5 to 6 minutes, okay? And I'm going to brown my ground beef. You can use ground turkey or ground beef. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's chop this onion. Okay. Y'all can see without my hand being all in the way. Okay. But chop them real small. Okay. Seasoning my black pepper and my Slap Your Mama seasoning. Okay. I'm going to add 1 pack of my beef bouillon to this. Okay, this 1 pack. My other pack is going in the mixture with the cheese. So that's 1 pack of the beef bouillon. Next, we're going to stir this up, y'all. I hope my hand ain't all in the way. Okay, so our ground beef has cooked. We have crumbled it with the fork. And that's what I use, the fork. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the onions that I cut up to this so that they can saute just a little bit. Okay. So there go the onions. Okay. And we're going to stir these onions up in here. And you guys, this has a really good flavor with the seasonings that I use. Those beef bouillons you can find in a box at the Dollar Tree for $1. And I think it has like 8. They also have the chicken flavor. But if you have the beef powder, you can go ahead and use that. Just that beef flavor alone is just fantastic in this, okay? And that was just 1 pack for those 2 pounds of ground beef, because that's what this is, 2 pounds of ground beef. If you want to use ground turkey, you can. The same seasonings will help, okay? So we're going to cook this for a few more minutes to add texture to that ground beef, and also to give these onions a little cook on them, okay? Nobody wants raw onions. They want some cooked onions, and that onion's going to add flavor to that meat. This is the Gouda cheese, okay, with the bacon in it. And I got this at Publix, but I'm pretty sure you can find it at Walmart or any other grocery store. This smoked Gouda cheese with bacon. And it's delicious, y'all, because I've used it before, okay? You can shred it if you like. I'm just going to cut it up in cubes because I'm going to let it melt when I make the cheese sauce. Okay? But just cut it up into some cubes like so. Okay? Like that. And this way, if you buy it like this, if you want to add bacon, you don't have to add bacon because this cheese right here got bacon in it. Okay? So we got this cut to where, you know, when you get ready to stir it in your pot, it turns out just fine. Okay. Try to get it as even as possible and as small as you can. Okay. Okay, so to your saucepan, add about 4 tablespoons or a half a stick of butter. You can use salted or unsalted butter. And allow that butter to melt, okay? Because we're going to make a roux with this, okay? So we're going to let this melt. And once it melts down, we are going to go ahead and we are going to add, you can add cornstarch or you can add flour to make your roux, okay? Most people have flour in their house. They may not have cornstarch, okay? But I'm going to let this melt and then I'm going to add the cornstarch. Okay, so my butter is melted. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my cornstarch, okay? I got this Great Value cornstarch, real cheap, and Walmart. And it helps to make stuff thick, y'all, okay? But you have to stir it real quickly, okay? When you make your roux. You just want it to cook so you won't have that flavor, but it's here to help thicken it up, okay? Flour you really have to cook down, okay? Now you can use regular milk like I said, or you can use heavy whipping cream. It doesn't matter which one you use, okay? Not buttermilk. I'm talking about regular whole milk or 2% milk, skim milk, something like that, okay? Now I have this on a low setting, okay? To that, I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. I season every level when I cook, okay? And I'm gonna add some of the Slap Your Mama seasoning. It has salt, so that's why I'm not pulling the salt out, okay? And the salt the cheese and the butter got salt in it, everything, and the beef bouillon has salt in it. So I don't have to add any extra salt. If you are a garlic lover, go ahead and get you some garlic. Okay, so now to this, I'm gonna add my heavy whipping cream. Okay, yeah, or you can add whole milk. Okay, add a little bit at a time. Okay, gonna cook. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna use this whole thing, y'all. And this is 1 quart of heavy whipping cream. But y'all using milk, okay? It's gonna get thick. That cornstarch is gonna make it thick, okay? Trust me, because I make a lot of gravy. And a roux is good for thickening. So let's go ahead and let's add it. Ooh, cheese. Don't make it splash like I'm doing, y'all. Trying not to waste stuff. Okay? So we're gonna let this cook down. Let me wipe my stove off while I splash this milk. Okay. And we're gonna stir this. And let it melt, okay? Before I add my other cheese, I want to see this cheese start to melt, okay? But I got it at a low to medium low setting because I don't want anything to burn, okay? Okay, so our smoked Gouda cheese is getting to where it is melting a little bit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my other cheese, okay? And I'm gonna add about a cup. Add about a cup up to 2 cups of this triple cheddar milk. Add the whole bag. I'm a cheese freak, y'all. Okay? I love cheese, so that's why I add the whole bag. Okay? And just stir it. Okay? So our smoked Gouda has melted. I'm gonna add our beef flavored bouillon to this. Okay? But I'm gonna turn this down some because it can burn because it's milk. Okay? It's a milk base. Turn it down. Stir it. Get that low temperature. Okay? Because you don't want anything to stick to the bottom. Okay? And you're going to have good cheese sauce. Okay? So, I'm going to add this beef bouillon. Some Cajun seasoning. Okay? And some black pepper. And like I said, if you're a garlic lover, add some garlic. I love garlic too. I'm just not adding it today. Okay? We're going to stir this. Okay, so now I got it on low. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get me a big pot so I can mix everything in a big pot. This saucepan isn't big enough, y'all. Because I'm going to have to make a big pot. Okay? But that's our cheese sauce. So let me get my big pot out. And the cheese sauce is done, y'all. Okay, so here it is. I got my big pot. What I'm gonna do to my big pot is I'm gonna add my noodles. Okay, so I got them noodles. I got them dropped in, and what I've got to tell y'all is that I added butter to the noodles after I strained that water off of them. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add my ground beef. Drain your ground beef. This is lean beef, so it's not too much of oil. Okay, and I strained as much of the oil off as I could. Okay, it's still a little bit because I didn't get it all, but I got as much off as I could. So y'all try to get as much of the oil strained as possible. Okay, but it does add flavor to this. Okay, so we got all that beef up in there, up in there, up in there. We're gonna stir that together, and now we're gonna mix our cheese sauce in. Okay, so I want y'all to see me mix this cheese sauce in here. Okay. Okay. Pour all that creamy goodness up in there. Okay. You're gonna need something to try to get it all out like that. Okay, try to get all that out. Y'all see that bacon from that smoked Gouda? Now, if you just want to use one kind of cheese like that smoked Gouda with the bacon, you can do that. Okay? You don't have to necessarily use what I used. I just used what I had in my fridge. You know, sometimes you can just reach up there and see what you got together and whip you something good. Okay. Okay. And turn your eye on low and let it simmer for a minute, okay? Let it simmer for a minute. You don't have to add any more seasoning to this because it's seasoned up. If you want to taste test it and see if you need more seasoning, you can. But trust me, it's enough seasoning in here. Okay. So let this simmer together for a little while. You can cover it and let it simmer. If you want to add diced tomatoes to this, you can. Add you some green onions. You can, okay, to help jazz it up with the look. And I'm gonna let this simmer, you guys, and then we'll be back, okay? At this moment, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, give this video a big thumbs up, leave lots of comments down below. Okay. Okay, you guys. Also, don't forget to add your sour cream. I had to come back because I forgot to add it. And I'm using this whole container of sour cream. Add it and stir that in there, okay? And like I said, go ahead and let this cook for a little bit. Mix all that flavor together, and then we'll be back. Okay, everyone, so our homemade hamburger helper is done. This is going to be delicious and very tasty. If you follow this recipe, I know that your family will enjoy it. This is more of a fridge, freezer, and pantry dish, something that you usually have at home. It's some cheese, some noodles, some ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken, ground pork, milk, and flour and butter, and some seasoning, and you can make this dish for your family. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hey, stay tuned by hitting that notification bell for another video, and leave comments down below and let me know if you tried this recipe Or do you have a similar recipe and what you put in yours? Thanks for watching. Peace.